ResortLoop.com is brought to you by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Enjoy Joffrey's new single origin coffee, Peru Cafe Femenino. Available at Joffreys.com and at the Joffrey's kiosks throughout the Disney parks and resorts. And the best part, the sale of Joffrey's Coffee Cafe Femenino gives back to worthy projects and programs that enhance the lives of women and their families in coffee communities. That's Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching the monorail station.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
I changed up the open big. I said, hey, everyone, not everybody.
Yeah, that's classy. You're a classy guy.
I'm going to change it about every 317 shows.
Don't throw me off like that.
I know, exactly.
Geez, the last show you just started, I didn't even know what was going on.
We hit it out of the gate.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm going to have another cup of Joffrey's coffee right now. What are you drinking?
You know what? We've got to let everybody know we are French pressing today here in the studio.
We are.
Delicious French press. I am French pressing the Olani, the very last.
No.
I dumped in the last of my Olani, but of course I have a lot more of other things.
Right.
At the homestead, as they say. What do you got over there?
I'm still doing their new quarterly coffee, the
Peru
Cafe Femenino.
The Cafe Femenino.
And that is fantastic.
That is very good coffee.
That is a good pressing.
And speaking of French, the French. See how I did that?
Vive la France.
Vive la France. This day in Disney history, my friend.
Oh, I love it.
1992.
Ooh.
I was a completely different person back in 1992. The Euro Disney Resort featuring the Euro Disneyland Park opens in France, east of Paris.
That's exciting.
The inaugural ceremonies are broadcast to the entire continent by 5 national networks. Although 500,000 visitors are expected, only 50,000 are admitted because of protest from the French people who fear their culture will be damaged by Euro Disney.
Oh, my goodness.
Power cables are vandalized by some French citizens, which black out the road signs to Disneyland on the motorway.
Oh, my.
Euro Disney also premieres its 5 hotels and a campground located several miles from the main resort area.
Crazy that they have a campground.
How about that? The Davy Crockett Ranch.
Wow.
I want to check that out. A lot of good food over in France, by the way.
Do they have a France pavilion over there at the...
I believe they do have a France. They do soaring over France, apparently, over there. And speaking of food, Tim.
Yes.
Just 3 years later, 1995. In Florida, the Polynesians' Papiti Bay Veranda.
I can correct you right there. It's Papiete Bay Veranda.
That's what I said.
I was there. It was fantastic.
That's what I said. Opened since 1971, becomes the Ohana restaurant featuring the world's largest fire pit. I wonder whatever happened to that restaurant.
Ohana? I'm not sure people would want to go there anymore at this point.
It's doubtful.
I will say I enjoyed the Papiete Bay Veranda. It was more just your standard, more adultish, just kind of quiet. Although I was a kid. Just kind of quiet.
Papiti Bay.
Oh, you poor man.
That is all I have for this day in Disney history from the wonderful folks over at This Day in Disney History.
Do you remember what the Kona Cafe used to be called there at the Polynesian? I'm throwing out trivia now.
Oh, my goodness. It was something different. What was it called?
I know what it is. I'm waiting to
What
see
is it? Well, you were there.
I was there. The Coral Isle Cafe.
Oh, that's right. The
Yes.
Coral Isle.
It was good then, too.
My father would not allow us to stay there.
What?
Because it cost like $30
oh, wow.
a night.
That's where you get it.
That is ridiculous. Back in the 70s.
That's right.
Are you kidding me?
$30 a night for this?
I am not buying the place.
We could stay at a Days Inn just off property for $6.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
And there's palm trees.
Yeah, exactly.
And there were orange
groves. They got a pool, don't they? Yeah, but there's things floating in it, Dad. Anyway, so, Tim, speaking of food.
Yes.
What are we going to talk about today?
Well, today I was looking over our past episodes, and strangely enough, about a year ago, One episode we did was on the Disney dining plan for 2015.
Oh, yes, it was, yeah.
So thinking that really it's not 2015 anymore, it might not hurt to just retouch on the Disney dining plan for this year.
So this day in Disney history,
Yes.
a year ago-ish, we talked about the exact same thing we're going to talk about now.
We did. It's going to be like a repeat.
No, it's not,
No.
because there's a lot more going on in Disney dining.
There's more stuff going on. We have a lot more listeners. We just need to cover some topics.
Absolutely. Okay, so what is the Disney dining plan, my friend?
I don't know.
It's usually, the only time I know about it is when it's free.
Right.
But if you wanted to pay for it, what exactly do you get with the Disney dining plan?
What do you get with the Disney dining plan? There's so many different dining plans. I forgot about this until when we did this a year ago. How many different levels of dining plans there are?
There are a lot.
Basically, they're trying to build in a convenience
Yes.
for the tourists, the families, where you will prepay for your meals.
Right.
But it's not nearly that simple.
It's not?
It's not that simple.
No, it's not.
Oh, my goodness.
You need a massive algorithm to figure out what you're doing with this Disney. No, it's not that. It's not that complex.
No, but unfortunately,
Come
everybody
on.
you have to run your own numbers, though.
Absolutely. Again, anytime our touring plans and our suggestions and recommendations, may not fit every family and every situation. So, real quick, let me run over some of
Yes.
the things it does not include.
Oh, it does not include.
Okay, first off, it's only available to guests staying on property who book a Magic Your Way vacation package. So if all you're doing is booking a room,
Right. Can't do it.
you got an annual pass, you're not doing it.
Right.
Number two, for the most part, gratuities are not included.
No.
We're going to find that they are included in some situations, however. And if you have a party of 6 or more, an 18% gratuity is automatically
Yes.
put on your bill. So keep that in mind, because
They didn't always mention that when they bring you the check.
they don't always mention that.
There's
and
still
then you're
room
gonna
for a
say,
tip.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's tip them, 20% or whatever.
Right.
Now you've just given them a 38% tip.
And they're going to want you to come back.
And they're going to smile at you and say, thank you.
Would you like another tea, Mr. Scott?
You are wonderful. So keep that in mind if you've got a large party. They're already going to assess that tip on there. So, this one's kind of interesting, because a lot of people are going to assume that anything in that dining experience is going to be included if you're paying for it. Merchandise or photo imaging products.
Right.
At character dining, not included.
No.
So if you're going to the Mickey's breakfast, Chef Mickey's, any pictures that they come around and take of you,
You're right.
not included.
Or do you want those fancy glow-in-the-dark ice cube thingies sometimes they
Yes.
try to sell you?
The Tinker Bell that goes on.
Yes.
We got one of the Tinker Bells on the side of the glass my kids loved. Those are not included, so
No.
you're going to end up paying for those. So don't think you're going to get everything for free. Alcohol, not included, things like that. Go over the list. There's even more, but we won't cover everything in this show. There's just too much, like you said.
There's a ton.
A lot to talk about. So let's start with the easy one, quick service.
The quick service one. This is the one they usually start to hype a little earlier.
Yes.
It's got a little lower cost.
Most people, I did the quick service. I liked it.
It's got that lower price point. It's very convenient for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
If you're going for like maybe a short trip or even a long trip and you just don't take the time for a long table service meal, you want to
Right.
constantly tour,
Right.
you do more of the quick service option. There's so many good quick service restaurants now.
My family is one of those families. We do not have our entire vacation revolve around meals. So we will book our a few restaurants that we want to eat at when we go down. But for the most part, it's not like we have our meals set in stone with the advanced dining reservations. We just don't do that. That's not how we tour Walt Disney World. So the quick service was really good for us, because you can hit places like Pecos Bill's,
Right.
and things like that, where it's counter service in essence, quick service counter service.
Right.
And again, we won't go over the list of all of the places. Make sure you go to Disney's website. They'll give you a PDF file you can download.
Big one.
And right, there's so much information. But here's what I did, Tim. I took 2 adults, 2 kids, ages 12 to 8, so they're adults in Disney's eyes.
Right.
A 6-night, 7-day trip. Okay? Per person, this is what you're going to get quick service per person. You're going to get 2 quick service meals, 1 snack, and 1 rapid refill mug. These are all per person, so you're going to get 4 rapid refill mugs. 4 snacks a day, and what in essence are 8 meals a day for everybody. This is the thing that I thought was interesting. You can redeem as many as you want until you're done. So, you may burn through these. Let's say you're big on having breakfast. Okay, so you're going to have breakfast every day too, as well as the other 2 meals. So now you're burning an extra one. So those 8 meals a day are going to, you're going to burn through those 12 or 14. You're going to have 14 meals. You're going to burn through those in, maybe 5 days.
Right. Because they're allotting you 2, but you might be eating 3.
Correct. So there you go. So I know we've had friends who have gone down and gotten the quick service, the dining, and they wait until the end of their trip to get all of their snacks.
Oh, the snacks, yes.
And bring them home. And then they have snacks throughout the year, those pretzels or whatever it might be.
Yes.
So you can redeem those as quickly or as slowly as you want. But keep in mind, all unused meals and snacks expire, like Cinderella, at midnight at checkout.
I don't think she expired, but I get your point, yes.
So all right. So anyway, this quick service is going to cost you, for those 6 nights, 7 days, $908.58 extra on top of your Magic Your Way vacation.
Okay, so on top of your room and on top of your park tickets.
Correct. Now I used the All-Star Music as my resort.
Okay.
But this only amounts to $129.80 a day
for all 4.
Right. Total.
That sounds pretty reasonable, I think.
That's actually a deal, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's a deal.
Yeah.
Because what's a counter service going to cost you typically?
Oh, what is a counter service?
I mean, we're talking 4 people.
$12, $14, $15?
Each.
Because it includes beverages, correct?
It does include beverages.
So your $4 Coke.
Not alcoholic beverages. That seems like a pretty good deal to me.
There is. I think with that plan, you're going to have to build in a couple additional meals. You're going to pay for on your own.
Correct.
You're going to pay for, assuming you use one of your counter services for breakfast.
Right.
You're still going to want to pay for a couple maybe nice, Ohana.
Yeah.
If you go to a Cape May Cafe, something like that, somewhere.
Now, what you could do is have breakfast in your room like we tend to do, because we drive down and we will swing through a Publix.
Love the Publix.
And pick up some stuff, pick up some of those styrofoam bowls and some milk, and because you have a refrigerator in the room now.
Yes.
And just have some cereal in the morning, the Danish or something. The coffee's in the room, the wonderful
Joffrey's.
It is.
That's a
French roast.
Deal there.
Yeah. And plus you got the rapid refill mugs. You can always walk down and get the kids something to drink if
that's true.
They're not going to drink.
True. How much are the mugs now? If you just go to buy a mug.
You know what? It's been a while. We got them last year.
I want to say 15, 16.
It's length of stay, so I think the maximum is like $20, 19 something
for like a 10-day stay.
Yeah, for the maximum.
What do you think? Worth it?
I like it. I mean, we do enjoy getting drinks at the pool when we're sitting around the pool. My kids do like the soda.
The soda?
We call it pop.
They can't take that into the park. That's just for resort use.
That's
right?
just resort use. And if you like to resort hop a lot and look around at stuff, throw them in a backpack and you can get drinks.
Cool.
If you're going to eat someplace else. And again, the quick service meals, you're eating in a food court at some of the resorts. You might as well take those refill mugs.
Yeah.
Some great food at the resorts now.
Yes.
Especially over at the Art of Animation. That is a great food court.
Everybody raves about the Art of Animation food court.
So, I'm thinking that might be a decent deal. Might be a decent deal.
It doesn't sound bad, actually. No, you're right.
For the Disney dining plan. Now, this is the middle of the road one, I guess you'd call it.
This is just called the standard meal plan.
Your standard meal plan.
Okay.
The dining plan, they call it.
Okay.
You get one quick service meal, one snack, one table service meal.
There you go.
So you get to sit down and be waited on.
Mm-hmm.
And one rapid refill mug per person in your party.
Gotcha.
Same party of 4, those 6 nights, 7 days in June. That's going to cost you $1,283.70 extra. But that still only amounts to $183.39 per day for the whole family.
Okay.
$183 a day. You're going to burn through $200 worth of food a day?
I could.
Maybe. Again, it depends on how you eat.
But not necessarily every meal.
Exactly.
And then I think we need to mention that a lot of these places are 2 table service credits.
Right.
So while your vacation for your example would give us, what was it, 6 or 7?
I got
table service?
6 nights, 7 days. So you get 7.
You get 7. So take one of those, actually 2 of those credits, double them up, and you're at one of the signature restaurants.
Right. Which would be awesome.
We've done at, I guess you can do it at Le Cellier now.
Okay.
And I think we've done it at Yachtsman Steakhouse.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a good one.
That's a good one. But how nice is that you, again, I'm trying to think just off the top of my head. If I go and have a sit-down, my sit-down meal by itself, let's say, and we're talking Disney prices.
Right.
Minimum $18.
Oh, minimum.
Just me.
Minimum, yes.
Minimum $18. No
Very minimum.
And that's no drink. So 20, 22?
Easily.
All right, let's just round it off to $20.
That's your basic chicken or pasta dish.
Right, $20. Then and that's my sit down, and then my quick service meal is going to be close to $20 too. Really,
yeah,
really. So now I'm up to $40 just for me for that day. Times 4, that's $160. We're pretty close to that $183 mark.
You're getting there,
and that's not really eating at the bigger restaurants like you said.
Right.
So now we're looking at it. I think that the quick service you're going to actually do okay. You're going to do a little bit better than breaking even. And I think the dining plan, the middle of the road, regular dining plan, you're going to probably break even.
It's going to depend on your kids.
Well, there you go.
If your kids are of adult, ordering off the adult menu.
Well, they cannot do that.
I'm talking like teenage kids.
Oh yeah, they can do that.
The big kids.
They'll do that.
If they're still like nugget eaters, and they're ordering, even not ordering full meals, maybe they're ordering a children's meal because that's all they really like on the menu.
Right.
Then you got to kind of build that in. Is it going to be worth it if the kids aren't going to eat?
Right.
If the kids maybe don't eat at all, if they're eating, special food.
Right. And, again, it's all in how you dine or tour and what your priorities are when you tour. A lot of people like to go down, and part of their vacation is, where are we going to eat? Let's set up every day some really great places to eat, which is why the advanced dining reservations are just booked so quick.
I know. I'm always looking forward to the restaurants we like to go to. Mm-hmm. One, we cook so often at home.
Right.
On vacation, I don't mind having breakfast in the room, but that's about it. I want to make sure I'm out somewhere. Let somebody else cook for me.
Right.
Bring it to me. I'm even getting kind of away from the buffet idea.
Really?
I'm getting up from the table and going to the buffet.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, I'm sitting here, just bring me some food.
I can understand.
Ohana's is perfect. It's like they bring the buffet to you.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
Even the skillets at the Whispering Canyon Cafe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of starting to dig that format a little bit better.
I understand that.
Plus, if you watch the buffets, it's some of the people aren't nearly as they don't have quite the
Listen,
what am I looking for? Buffet.
There is a multi-million-dollar industry built just around that, the sneeze guard.
That's true.
Industry.
Sometimes that's not enough. There's curious little fingers down there, and
plexiglass is your friend. So I like it. I think that both of these, I'm digging both of them so far. I'm a quick service guy because I don't necessarily need to sit down and eat. Mm-hmm. And the beauty of that, you know how cheap I am.
We do know you're cheap.
I don't have to worry about tipping on the quick service.
That's true.
don't have
That's
to worry
true.
about tipping.
You don't have to worry about tipping.
And you and I both know tipping at some of the restaurants, that's a good meal at a lot of places outside of Disney.
18 or 20% of a big bill is a big tip.
Is a big tip.
And not that they don't deserve it.
No.
I've tipped very
absolutely.
well at some Disney restaurants because it's been phenomenal service.
Absolutely. And they share. My wife used to be a waitress back in the day, and, you got to share with the bus people and the cooks, the chefs,
Right.
and all of that stuff, which is, and you're exactly right. They deserve it. Now, here's the beauty of the dining plan, that mid-level dining plan. Gratuities are included at dinner shows, in-room dining, if you get room service, and the pizzas are considered room service, and at Cinderella's Royal Table.
Okay.
So some of the gratuities are included, so you don't have to worry about that. And again, keep that in mind.
Right, exactly.
So, if you want a double tip, there ain't nothing wrong with double tipping.
No, if they deserve it, tip it, but just be aware that it's still going to come with a line on there to add a tip.
Absolutely be aware. I have made that mistake, and my wife looked at me like, what is up with you? The final one is the deluxe dining plan.
Ooh,
now, these are the dining plans. You've got some other stuff you're going to talk about.
Yes.
But this is and that one gives you 3 meals. Not specific, just 3 meals, 2 snacks. 2 snacks.
2 boxes of popcorn?
2 boxes of popcorn.
You're killing me.
And the rapid refill mug for everybody.
Right, everybody gets a mug.
Everybody.
Mugs for everyone. It's like an Oprah.
That's a lot of food.
It is a lot of food.
That one's going to cost you, for that family of 4, 6 nights, 7 days in June, $2,284.38, which amounts to $326.34 a day. Are you eating $326 worth of food a day?
Are you asking, am I or could I? Those are different questions.
Well, we both could. Believe me. You let anybody wants to give us a deluxe dining plan offer trip. Tim and I are up to that challenge.
We will set up a tripod.
I guarantee. We will tally it up as we do it. You'll see in the little box below the screen that just ticking away dollar signs.
Cash register sound effects going on.
We could do that. We would be hitting Ohana's. We'd be hitting the Royal Table. We'd be hitting. And keep in mind, we didn't touch on this. Is the dining plan and the deluxe dining plan? Some of the bigger restaurants you get to combine the two. So you got to combine those in order to. Well, you did touch on that.
We did.
So that leaves you with some days where you're not going to have food, and at $326, you don't want days where you're not going to have a meal. That better be handled.
I will say that we've only done the dining plan thing, I think, one time, maybe twice, but definitely once. And we don't do it because there's a couple of places off property we like to go to. That takes care of our meals, and at that point, it just doesn't seem to make sense for us.
Right, yeah.
We have a couple favorites. Like, we always like to hit a Kobe outside property, the Japanese restaurant out there.
Right.
And every once in a while, the kids will be like, we'll just be like, what sounds really good? Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, right there on 192.
Or like a Cracker Barrel. Something like that. And we'll just get in the car and go. And
yeah, absolutely.
Then we're amazed that the prices are so low.
Yeah, exactly.
But we like being in the bubble. When you leave the bubble, the prices drop dramatically.
Yes. My kids they always want to hit the Boston Market.
Oh, yeah.
The Boston Market by us closed. We used to go there constantly, and they like to hit that Boston Market over there in Orlando. So, again, it's going to be based upon what it is you like to do. If food is what you want to do, and keep in mind, if you're doing the food and wine, a lot of this stuff is included in. I believe it's just the dining plan. I don't know about the quick service. Do you know off the top of your head?
I think the quick service credits can be used at the at most, if not all, of the food and wine kiosks.
Okay, well that would be quick service. So yeah, that would make sense.
So if you went with the quick service plan, you could probably wipe all those credits out in a day or two if you're going to food and wine it really well.
Right. And one of the things I didn't check. Do you have this information, my friend?
See. Let me go through my database.
the food trucks now at Disney Springs.
Ooh.
Are those included in any of these plans?
I do not know.
I believe they are.
I would think they would be.
I believe that they are.
But I'm not sure. That's a good question.
That we're going to have to research. That just popped into my head. A lot of weird things pop into my head every now and then.
Thank goodness he doesn't say them all. He said some off air, and I just shake my head.
Yes, you do. And you have today.
It's true.
I'm loving the quick service. I'm okay with the dining. I'm not so sure about the deluxe. What do you think?
I'm not sure I would do the quick service. Well, I might do the quick service. Let me think about this, because I would still pay for some meals. I could not go there and not go to Ohana's. We've gone to Disney just to go to Ohana's.
Oh, look at you.
I'm just saying.
Excuse us,
Sorry.
folks.
I didn't say we stayed on property.
I'm going to have to leave the room here for a moment. His ego is starting to... Yeah.
That sound is my head expanding. No. Just your favorites if you're there, because it doesn't take a park admission to enjoy Ohana.
That is true. That is true.
We have gone there for that, so I would consider it, absolutely.
Yeah.
There are so many good counter service restaurants. Sunshine Seasons, The Land. You always find something there. What's one of your favorite counter services?
Oh, my gosh. Over at the Grand Floridian, and it's the name escapes me
Gasparilla?
right now. Is it Gasparilla?
It might have used to be.
Behind, behind. It's tucked away, kind of back behind. And just if it's a nice day, nice evening, it's fantastic to eat outside. They've got really good food, and it's really nice. And the art of animation's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it.
Oh, that's right, the Mara. I got to bring up the Mara.
Mara, that's a good one.
And I've not had this yet. Have you had this yet? The redone menu at Pecos Bill's.
I haven't had that yet.
That Tex-Mex thing going on. I'm hearing.
Did they get rid of the salad bar that you enjoy so much?
Well, now it's, I don't know what they call it now, a taco bar. I don't know.
Taco bar.
Toppings for like Chipotle type stuff. I know you're a Chipotle guy.
Yeah. I do like Chipotle.
But I'm hearing good things about that. So
what's the? My mind is a little blurry right now. I'm tired.
You're tired. You need some more coffee.
I do need a little bit more Joffrey's. But what's the restaurant in the quick service restaurant in Tomorrowland that has all the different stations? You can get chicken in one and burgers in another.
Oh, the Bays. It is the.
Yeah.
I want to say Tomorrowland Terrace. I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's it.
It's where Sunny Eclipse is playing.
Correct. Yeah, Sunny's place.
The creepy guy.
Sunny Eclipse.
We don't normally eat there. We just usually go past that one.
They've got a lot of good food there. A lot of good food, a lot of good variety.
I got the ribs there once. It was different. I wasn't in the mood for a burger or chicken, so I got some barbecued ribs that were.
ABC Commissary's okay.
A lot of people hate it. I always liked it.
It's okay.
Is that open now?
Their variety's not great.
Is it open now?
It's still open.
Is it still open? Is that still
I believe it's still open.
I wouldn't count on it. I'd lay bet on anything at the studio being open. I would say no.
But I mean, I don't know. Especially if... So here's my big question. Mm-hmm. This is the big question. If it's free...
Yes.
Now keep in mind, we all know there is no such thing as free.
Exactly.
Free means you're paying rack room rates.
You get to pay full price for the room.
Full price.
And your tickets.
And the tickets. Well, the tickets are always full price, but you're having to pay full price for the room. Is it worth the quick service to pay full price for the room, or do you go for one of the 20 or 30% off room rates that get you the package and then buy the dining with it?
Off the top of my head, without running any numbers, so this could be a very dangerous and bad comment to make, I would say worth it if you're staying value.
Okay.
Possibly if you're at moderate. And if you're like a baby deluxe, like the Wilderness Lodge or Animal Kingdom Lodge or even the deluxe, maybe not. That's without running the numbers.
Yeah.
Once again, please, everybody run your own numbers. It might depend on your room view.
Absolutely.
Room type, resort.
Length of stay, all of those things are factors. And even time of the year that you're going. If you're going to be able to eat a lot over at Food and Wine, it might be worth picking that up.
It's true. That is true.
But then again, it might not be. We've never tried any of the dining, the free dining or the paid for dining during Food and Wine. So it might not be as good a value as you think. We've got to get down there.
We do.
For Food and Wine.
Are there other people down there during Food and Wine? There might be.
I don't think so.
You don't think?
Our good pals at Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company are.
They're all over the place down there.
They have a fantastic display down there.
Oh, my goodness.
Roasting out in the in Florida sun. Literally. They're roasting. So what else do they have, Tim? You're going to talk to us a little bit about the premium plan and the platinum plan.
Okay, now we found these plans when we were looking up these main 3 plans.
Right.
We never really went past the other 3 plans.
Right.
Basically, because it's a price thing.
We don't even know how much these cost.
So,
and if you got to ask, you can't afford
that's about the gist of it. So this Disney Premium plan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can't really think of these as a dining plan. You got to think of these more as of a vacation package, I think, is kind of how these are geared.
Okay.
These include your meals, and they don't really go by credits. You got to think of these more as, I think, entitlements.
Okay.
What you get is you get a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner, and 2 snacks per person.
Okay.
And basically, you can go anywhere for this.
Gotcha.
Everywhere except like a Victorian Albert's.
Gotcha.
So you're getting your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. It can be character dining, from what I understand. It can be dinner shows. You're taken care of. It doesn't include your alcohol, but it does include some recreation.
Ooh,
I know.
All right.
Exactly. This is the kind of the interesting thing about this thing. Now, first, do you want me to get into the prices, or I get to the prices after we do this?
Hit me.
For the adults.
All right.
I'm rounding here. On top of everything else.
All right.
$210 per adult per day.
Wow.
So your kids 3 to 9, they better have $150 worth of fun per kid per day.
Now, keep in mind, though, that includes food.
Food.
And recreation.
And a recreation.
Some recreation.
Some recreation. Let me get the list. I want to make sure I get this correctly.
All right. Because I'm thinking $210 per person. If you're eating at Ohana's every night, and again, see, this is where you got to crunch the numbers. If you are like, look, we're going to go down and we're going to utilize this thing.
Exactly.
We're going to hit the best restaurants they have. We're going to eat steak, lobster.
That's right. If you're going to the California Grill,
crab legs every night.
Point.
This might be a good deal for you.
Hoop-de-doo.
In any of them. The deluxe might be a good deal for you. If you're going to spend that kind of money, but you know you're going to eat the best food you've ever eaten in your life, you're going to splurge, might not be a bad deal.
Exactly. So this also includes golf. When I said recreation?
Golf.
It includes golf lessons.
Golf
private
lessons?
45-minute lessons, exactly.
Wow.
Fishing excursions.
With Fish on Woo?
I'm sure he would arrange that for you.
He would.
If you're willing to spend $210 per person per day, he will show up.
Be careful, because we have reason to believe he sneaks in and fishes. No. I mean, who were we talking about?
We weren't talking about anybody.
We weren't talking about
everything
anybody.
Was
Not
based
him.
on anonymity.
No.
You go parasailing or wakeboarding and tubing.
You know I'm a big wakeboarder.
I thought you were more of a tuber.
Maybe. I don't even know. You just drag me behind a boat. That's all.
Exactly. Rent boats. You can rent bicycles. You can just rent about everything going there. Miniature golf. You a big fan of the miniature golf?
I do like that, yeah.
So, I mean, you can do a lot of stuff in this plan.
And that's the premium.
The premium.
Is that the premium? What's the platinum give you?
Oh, good Lord.
I'm making you. He's got papers, folks.
I've got reams
shuffling.
Here.
Look at that.
If it wasn't real, I could not do this. All right. Before we get to the prices, I will tell you this involves everything we already mentioned.
Yes.
Everything. I'm flipping to the end.
Including, we don't even know.
It's got the standard golf we've already gone through.
Golf. You can do any of this stuff now.
And so you're doing all this, and you're throwing in those infamous park tours.
Ooh, it's the platinum. You're getting the tours.
You get the tours.
Wow.
The behind-the-scenes tours, all those kind of things. Spas.
Right.
The Epcot Aqua Sea Tour. I'm going to go over these tours.
Wow.
You got your Dolphins in Depth Tour.
You get to pick any of this stuff.
The Family Magic Tour. The Keys to the Kingdom Tour. People rave about the Keys to the Kingdom. The Magic Behind the Steam Trains. The Wilderness Backtrail Adventure. Epcot Dive Quest. I know, it sounds like an old TV show. Epcot Seas Aqua Tour. The Undiscovered Future World Tour. And the Marceline to the Magic Kingdom Tour.
Wow.
How crazy is that?
That's crazy.
Now, all this costs.
Yes.
For the adults,
yes.
$260 per adult.
Per adult.
Per day.
per day.
And for your 3 to 9 year old child, $200.
So it's $50 more, ish,
yes.
than the premium plan.
And all these, at least these two, the platinum and the premium, were a minimum of a 3-night stay.
Oh, well, of course.
Now you got to figure if you're going to do any of these tours,
Yes.
that's a lot of time you're not spending in the parks.
I was going to ask you, are we ever going to the parks?
No, you know what these
Are we ever
plans are
gonna ride
for?
anything?
I'll tell you what these plans are for. These plans are for people, unlike us, Bob, who don't have to worry about any kind of fiscal issues.
Listen, as soon as you said $210 a day,
Exactly.
you ruled me out.
I can get down there for $210, a family of 4.
Right.
But you don't want to worry about anything. You just want to call your agent, book me this, show up, and not have to worry about anything else.
Are you flying down in your private jet? Because I'm thinking you're flying down. Are you LeBron James?
I do know LeBron James.
No, you don't.
I mean, I know who he is.
You know who he is.
That's what I say. I'm going to tell you the prices of a couple packages I looked up for this
my
plan.
gosh. Do we want to know this?
So this is based on the first week of June.
You know I'm on blood pressure medicine.
A 7-day stay.
Just be careful.
So we're at Port Orleans Riverside.
You're not staying at Port Orleans Riverside if you're doing one of these.
Hang with me on this one.
All right, hit me.
No dining plans, $3,700.
Okay.
Quick service, as you said, $46.
Okay.
Regular dining plans, $5.
$5,000.
Deluxe dining is $6,000.
$6,000.
The premium plan jumps to $8,400.
$8,400.
When the standard no dining plan was $3,700.
Staying at Port Orleans Riverside.
Yes, and you know about the platinum plan?
Okay.
You don't, because you can't get it at a moderate resort.
You can't do that there.
They're like, this doesn't add up.
Who is... I want to know who's doing the premium
Exactly.
at a moderate.
So then we go to the Animal Kingdom Lodge. We'll just skip the middleman here.
Which is
No,
relatively cheap.
no dining plan,
Yeah.
$5,300.
Okay.
That's for your 7-night stay and your park
Wow.
tickets. I added the park hopper on. I figured, hey, if
Yeah,
you're
why
going
not?
to go,
Yeah,
we'll
you're
do the
going.
park hopper.
Right.
The premium plan, just under 10 G's.
The platinum.
The no. That's the premium. That's the
whoa,
premium.
Whoa.
The premium.
Don't speak anymore.
$9,996.
Can we just end this?
Now you're like,
For how long?
a week.
1 week.
1 week.
Oh, man.
Now you're telling me.
My dad would have a heart attack. He was upset at $30.
You're telling me, Tim, I need more options than that.
You're having it.
I'm not a
we have
premium
one of
guy.
those AEDs in this? Because
Clear.
I might go down on this. My God.
Don't you die on me. Don't you die on me.
Don't you?
The Platinum Plan, Animal Kingdom Lodge, $11,200
Oh,
for 1 week.
can I just buy a Tesla?
You could buy several Teslas.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, my goodness.
For
No,
a family of 4.
family of 4
And
for
I'm-
1 week.
and I'm never going in the parks.
So I decided,
I'm too busy eating,
Exactly.
golfing, and getting dragged behind a boat. What?
throw parasailing. They'll throw in parasailing also.
That's still being dragged behind a boat.
Yeah, but you're up in the air.
You're in the air.
You're in the air. You're looking down on people from your ivory tower.
Oh,
Hello, I'm on the premium platinum plan. Contemporary, $6,000 for the stay with the tickets.
oh,
Premium plan, just under 11.
oh.
Platinum, 12.
Yeah, I'm buying.
So
a
you
car.
might as well, if you're going to go from the premium, you might as well spend the extra. I say there's only like $300 more to go up to the platinum plan. So I say you swing it at that
Oh,
point.
is that all?
That's all.
That's all.
Yeah, that's at the contemporary.
Wow. If you just pay me a little bit more,
Just a little bit more. Me and my good friend George Clooney might have you tag along with us.
You and George. Are, I'm sorry. You know what? Can I just say I want to meet the person that does this? If anybody in Looperland,
Dude does this.
you're in Looperland if you're doing this. But if anybody in Looper Nation has done anything remotely like this, I got to meet you.
This is for people in the bungalows.
And
Who we kidding?
and you can fly to me if you can
Exactly.
afford this. I want to know who you are, because this is ridiculous. Even if I'm sorry. Come on.
I have it on paper. It's real.
I know it's
I
real.
didn't make these numbers up.
I'm telling you, I would do the quick service dining. I got no problem with that. I could do I might even splurge for the regular dining. This, I don't care if I hit that $1 billion lottery that was just a few months ago. I'm not doing this.
That's crazy.
Because if I can afford to do that, I'll just do it.
If you could...
I can go and buy the meal that I want to buy. I can go golf. Hey, I'm not doing anything today. I'm going to go golf, and you guys go to the parks. Have fun. I don't understand this.
If you were to schedule everything you wanted to do and could do, it would add up to nowhere near $12,000.
I would have to be awake for 24 hours a day for 6 straight days, and still this wouldn't be a benefit.
That sounds relaxing.
It would not be a wash.
No.
Disney's going, look, you want to do this? I challenge you to do this.
And not only do we challenge you, you need to pay us to do this.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Let's see what you got in your wallet, mister.
There you go.
You know, we're getting Bob and Tim's money. Let's see if we can get Clooney's money.
Exactly.
And Clooney's going, I'm flying to Europe.
I did Tomorrowland. You people leave me alone.
I lived it. Wow.
Exactly. So, the moral of the story, start saving your change.
Get that change jar. Start counting that money. Oh, my goodness. Little Orphan Annie. Exactly. Anyway, and I don't break out the Little Orphan Annie often.
No, thank goodness. I don't want to see that.
After spending all that money, Tim?
Yes.
That's all I've got.
I can't say anything else.
Wow.
You can find us anywhere. I'm exhausted after going through all these numbers. This has been the Gateway to the Magic.
See, everybody.
I can't even deal with that many commas in a number.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Who's doing that?
I would love to know.
Oh.
I don't even think people in the bungalows are doing that. They're like, you crazy? We're paying to stay here.
Are you out of your mind? Wait, whoa. First off, I'm buying tickets because you got to have the Magic Your Way tickets anyway.
Right.
Why am I buying tickets? I have no time to go into the park.
And you're probably
Why are we still doing this show? The show is over. Folks, go home. This show, I already said, see everybody.
If you're paying for the platinum, why would you even bother to get the park hopper?
You said... Exactly.
I put that on there. I'm like, well, I'll just throw it in because at this point, an extra $300.
Why not?
What's it matter? Go home, everybody.
Show's over.